sometimes we struggle to see the beauty of the direction that we are being pulled in. The clarity may be right there, but we miss it. It usually happens when we get lost, not so much in the noise of our surroundings, but more so in the chatter of our mind. What should we do? Should we explore outside or should we travel within? Where lies the answer? A person once asked me, "What's my purpose and how do I find it?" I asked him, "Do you know who you are?" He said, "Yes, of course I know myself. I'm the vice president and head of sales or marketing in a large multinational corporation. And I'm an MBA too from an Ivy League institution." I took a pause and gently asked him, "Have these entitlements and credentials given you your purpose?" He said, "No, and that's what I'm seeking and searching for." I promptly told him, "That's exactly my point. If these labels and credentials have not yet given you a sense of your purpose, then do you think it's time to figure out who you are, what you're really cut out for? What does this universe want to achieve through you?" Time for reflection. The individual now understood the difference between identity and roles and responsibilities. Friends, roles are contextual, identity is visceral. Roles are bestowed upon us based on our skills and capabilities, but identity is discovered like the process of peeling the onions gradually. It's a work in progress, it's a quest in motion. It is a never-ending, repeatable process of finding ourselves, accepting ourselves, challenging ourselves, rewiring ourselves, and playing ourselves with a newfound reality and identity until a new meaningful trigger becomes alive in our life. Look at River Ganges. It is a very sacred river in India. It has its origination from two primary head streams, River Alaknanda and River Bhagirathi. While Alaknanda is very calm and serene, Bhagirathi is turbulent and tumultuous. Mind you, both are needed to form River Ganges. In our lives too, we need both these attributes, the serenity and the turbulence, to find our true character. And this is how River Ganges is able to maintain its course right from Gomukh to Ganga Sagar, where it meets the sea in the Bay of Bengal. But before these two head streams come together, River Alaknanda has its tryst with 4 tributaries, and these tributaries combined create the confluences. In Indian mythology, there are 5 confluences of significance: Vishnu Prayag, Nanda Prayag, Karn Prayag, Rudra Prayag, and Dev Prayag, where Bhagirathi and Alaknanda meets together to form the River Ganges. These confluences are the meeting as well as the melting points of the attribute that form the character of River Ganges. Metaphorically, like the River Ganges, our quest for who am I is also a journey from Gomukh, that is the source, to the destination, which is Ganga Sagar. But before we kind of figure out what shaped this journey, it's a good idea to revisit the confluences that have shaped us and what meaning do we make out of them. Let me share 5 confluences of significance that shape our character and identity. The first confluence is called the chance encounters. Second is about intentional choices. Third confluence is about making meaning. The fourth is about the unwanted discards. And the fifth and the final confluence is about finding our true purpose. The first confluence is about chance encounters. The encounters that shape our experience. These encounters provide us the stimuli to act or react. Act with measured response or react with uncalibrated impulse. In either of these, we have an opportunity to find ourselves who we are. Our second confluence is the stage to make intentional choices or simply choose to remain inert. Life and destiny manifest through the choices that we make. It is our opportunity to accept ourselves, accepting who we are. Our third confluence is about making meaning or exercising discretion to challenge ourselves, challenging those elements who have the opportunity to help us uncover or discover our true potential. Our fourth confluence is about shedding those unwanted discards like the ones River Ganges leaves at each of these 5 confluences to maintain and retain its relevant character. This is an opportunity for us to rewire ourselves for the journey to follow. And our fifth and final confluence is that point of freedom where we find our true purpose, the momentum of which allows us to play ourselves fully with a newfound identity and reality. Friends, knowing who am I is a repeatable process of finding self through chance encounters, accepting self through intentional choices, challenging ourselves through making meaning, rewiring ourselves by shedding those unwanted discards, and playing ourselves with finding our true purpose. So next time you find yourself grappling with the answers of the question, who am I? Just take a journey along these 5 confluences of River Ganges and get inspired to revisit the confluences that have shaped your identity and character. But remember, knowing self is not an episodic and one-time process. It is a repeatable process of discovering who am I. So wish you a happy discovery.